Do you ever feel like your to-do list is never ending? Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're never going to catch up with all of the things you have to do. You know there's tasks on your list that have been piling up and piling up and piling up. However, you just can't find the time to do them. What if I told you that in just 15 minutes a day, you could start feeling more in control of your life and start making a difference? And yes, I did say 15 minutes. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel, and on this channel, we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. So let's go. So how exactly do we do this? We do this with something that I like to call mini missions. And mini missions are just quick focus spurts of up to 15 minutes, so 15 minutes or less, that will make your life easier, reduce overwhelm, and kind of make you feel like you're getting your life together. By doing just a few mini missions a week, you can start making progress on things that you've been putting off for weeks or months, or maybe even years. And yes, we all have those things. Now, this will make you feel lighter, it will make you feel more put together, and it will then also motivate you into doing more of these things. Now, what exactly counts as a mini mission? Mini missions, which I've also called catch-up tasks or tiny tasks in the past for any of my clients that are watching, are things you do that either you can complete in 15 minutes or less. For example, let's say I had like a pile of laundry here. Put away the laundry would be a mini mission, right? It's going to take me 15 minutes or less to put away all the laundry. Or there are things that you can make progress on in 15 minutes or less. However, there's a caveat to the second one, and it's that you have to be happy with the fact that it's not done. So for example, if you have 10,000 photos on your phone and you spend 15 minutes deleting photos off your phone, you're going to delete a lot of photos, but it has to be a task that you're happy with the fact that you made some progress on, even if you didn't complete it, because it's impossible to go through 10,000 photos in just 15 minutes or less, right? So you can either complete it in 15 minutes or less, or you can make progress on it, and that progress is enough to give you a sense of accomplishment. Why do they work? They work because mini missions are small but mighty. Sometimes we overestimate how long a task will take, and that's why we put it off. Especially in neurodivergent brains, when we are resisting a task, we tend to build it up in our brain so much that it becomes this like massive task, and we procrastinate on it, procrastinate on it, and then when we finally get around to doing it, it turns out it took us less than 15 minutes. And the thing about that is, and I saw a meme about this once that said, I finally did that task I've been dreading for 6 months. It took me less than 15 minutes. I will learn nothing from this. And I laughed so hard at that meme because it's true. Eventually, you'll build up a task again and again in your head. And so what happens with that is you start avoiding it. And the more you avoid it, the more your brain is telling you, hey, you should be doing that task. And it just builds up and builds up and builds up. Mini missions are moments in the day to attack those types of tasks. But also the other side of the coin to this is we tend to underestimate how much we can get done in just 5, 10, or 15 minutes. We think that doing all of the dishes is going to take 3 hours, and that might be the case, but in just 10 minutes, you can do a bunch of dishes and make a dent in that pile. Right? Let's say your email inbox has been stressing you out, and you say, I don't have time to tackle this because I have 15,000 emails in there, right? However, in just 15 minutes, you could delete dozens, if not hundreds, of junk emails and make your inbox a little lighter. Or in just 15 minutes, you could reply to 2 or 3 emails that you've been meaning to reply to. Also, taking away part of that mental load that you have. Now, they're low pressure because anyone can find 5, 10, or 15 minutes in their day. That's like one thing. You're only committing to 15 minutes, and so your brain doesn't feel like it's that much time. Low pressure. They create momentum. Once you finish one, you feel better, which makes you want to do more of them. And the third thing is they fit into a busy life, right? You might not have 15 minutes every single day, but I'm sure you can find a couple of moments here and there in your week where you have 5, 10, or 15 minutes to do something. And so you start making progress on those things that you keep putting off in those spurts of time where you might just have been like doom scrolling on social media because you didn't know what you could do in those 15 minutes. And honestly, the mental boost you get from completing mini missions is priceless. You feel productive and you like overwhelm just kind of goes away because you can tackle huge projects in just small spurts, or again, you're getting rid of those tasks that you have just kept putting off. Now, mini missions are also one of my favorite things to do when I'm feeling a little burnt out or like everything has just piled up and there's too much to do. I might not be able to get my entire house in order this week because I have work and I have dogs and I have other priorities, but I can dedicate 15 minutes to doing some of the tasks that have been piling up, like watering the plants or maybe changing out a light bulb. I don't know. Now, the other thing that I try to do, and you don't have to do this, you can do whatever you want, but the other thing that I try to do is I try to complete at least 4 mini missions a week. So if I do 15-minute mini missions and I do 4 in a week, that means I've dedicated an entire hour to making my life easier. And I know that an hour sounds like a long time, but truly finding 15 minutes in a day is not that hard. And it's not even on all the days of the week, right? You can still take the weekends off, you can take Friday off, you can do a long weekend every week if you want to. Why dedicate an hour to catching up? I feel like I keep repeating this, but it starts making your brain say, hey, I actually got this. Look at all these things that I did this week. Now, before we get into how to get started, if you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you comment below what's one thing that you've been putting off that you could add to your list to complete as a mini mission in the next week. Now, how do I get started? Personally, I keep 2 running lists. The first list has recurring tasks that I can do at any time, and I will usually always have the ability to do. So clearing out email, deleting photos from my phone, emptying my downloads folder, doing dishes or putting away or folding laundry, right? These are things that I usually have because laundry, like as soon as you're done, you already have more dirty clothes that you need to wash and you need to put away. Same thing goes with things like dishes. Same thing goes with like downloads. Yeah, you might have cleared your downloads folder, but during the week you start downloading more things. Now, at first, you're gonna feel like these 15 minutes, or you might feel like these 15 minutes aren't doing much, right? You have 50,000 emails. Yeah, you deleted 100. You still have 49,900 emails, right? However, the more you do these, right, the smaller and smaller and smaller that pile gets. And there'll come a moment where, for example, your downloads folder now only has the things that you downloaded that week. And so clearing it, instead of taking 15 minutes, takes like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5, right? And now it's just a matter of keeping up with it and focusing those 15-minute spurts on something else like your phones or your emails or replying to social media messages, whatever it is. Now, the second list is where this really takes on a different meaning. And it is those specific, usually one-off tasks that are weighing on you for whatever reason and that you think you can get done. So I'll give you an example. I still have Christmas up. That is why I'm recording where I am. And I've been kind of dreading taking it all down. First of all, because I love Christmas, and so I love seeing my house decorated that way. But second of all, because putting it up is always more fun than putting it back, right? Taking it down. And so one thing I said this week is, you know what? Mini mission it. So I put take down the tree in 15-minute spurts. I'm going to pull out, today is probably going to be my first mini mission. I'm going to pull out all of the things for the ornaments, the boxes for the ornaments and stuff. And I'm just going to set a timer for 15 minutes and take down as many ornaments as I can. Once I'm done, like if it's in those 15 minutes or if it takes half an hour, whatever, how many ever mini missions it does. Once I'm done with the ornaments, I'll take down the lights. And once I'm done with that, I'll do a final mini mission to put the actual tree away. It might take me 3 or 4, maybe even 5 mini missions to take down the tree, but that sounds a lot less overwhelming than thinking, I need to take down all of Christmas, because that means taking down the tree and taking down the stockings and all of the decoration that's on the kitchen and all of like our Christmas village and all of that stuff, which just sounds like a lot. Okay. Now, what's the other type of task that I have on here? Like I said, things that you've been putting off for whatever reason, but that would make your life better or easier. Things I've been putting off: refilling the watering bulbs that I have in my plants so that they're like all watered. I keep putting it off. Why? I don't know. It'll take me 5 minutes to refill them all. I only have 4 of them. But in the meantime, because I haven't been refilling them, it means I have to keep constantly watering my plants because I forget to refill them, which would allow me to stop watering my plants for like 2 weeks. Because that's how long it takes for the thing to empty, right? So that would be a task that would be great for me because it means I don't have to worry for 2 weeks about my plants. Another thing, charging my bedside lamps. So my bedside lamps are rechargeable. I haven't charged them yet, and they ran out of battery about like a week and a half ago. And so every single night when I get into bed and I'm gonna read, I say, oh, I haven't charged the lamps yet. And so I turn on the big light, and we all know how neurodivergent people like me feel about the big light. And I read with the big light, but it's not as good as reading with the little light. And so one of my small tasks, which I actually did this morning in a mini mission, was just charge the lamps. That didn't even take me 30 seconds to do, right? Because I don't actually have to stand there while they charge. I literally just had to take them off the wall, put them on the charger. That's it. It took me less than a minute, and now they're charging. And so tonight, when I get into bed, I will have my lamps. It makes my life easier. It makes me feel like I'm getting on top of things again, but it doesn't have to take a long time. And then your next step is just to find a gap in your day where you can dedicate 5, 10, or 15 minutes to tackling one of these tasks. Also, try not to overthink the task that you do. It doesn't matter what you do. All of it will be helpful. Let's say that you're really tired and you don't feel like getting up and folding the laundry. That's okay. Clear out photos from your phone, right? Clearing out photos from your phone is something you can do from your couch, laying down. You don't have to move. You don't have to get up. And it'll still help you make progress, and it'll be more productive than like doom scrolling on social media or something like that. This isn't about perfection. Some days you'll feel like doing the hardest tasks. Some days I wake up and I'm like, ooh, you know what? Today I'm going to tackle putting all that laundry away because it's been on the couch for a week and it feels hard, and I'm going to do it because I'm motivated to do it now. And some days I'm on my couch on my phone and I'm just like, I don't want to do anything today. And I'm like, okay, I can spend like 5 minutes deleting email. I can do that. That sounds doable. Or unfollowing people on social media or whatever it is. Okay, so that's it. And now it's your turn. This week, I'm challenging you to pick one mini mission, just one. I'm asking you to find 15 minutes or less in your entire week. Pick one mini mission, complete it, and then come down. This is to hold you accountable. Come down and put it in the comments. Let me know when you did it and what you did. Well, you don't have to share what you did if you don't want to, but just let me know that you completed it. Again, if you do just 4 mini missions a week, this could be an hour of clearing up clutter, catching up on tasks, and simplifying your life and making it easier. It sounds like it's a little and it won't do much, but trust me, when you do it, you will feel how this weight is just lifted off your shoulders. Also, I want to hear from you. What, if you're willing to share, what's one mini mission that you could add to your recurring mini mission list? So like I said, things like clearing your email, clearing your downloads folder, that are things that you can usually do. I'm always looking to add more ideas to my own recurring list, so I would love to hear your ideas. Remember, progress is progress, and you should measure by progress, not by perfection. 15 minutes can allow you to do more than you think you can do. And at the end of the day, it'll make our lives easier, and that's all that really matters. I feel like I was really repetitive in this video, so I'm sorry if I was, but it's really easy to underestimate the importance and how much of an impact mini missions can have on your life. And so I really wanted to like hone that in. If you enjoyed this video, I'm really grateful that you stuck around to the end to watch. I would also really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I make new videos like this every single Friday. Until then, stay wild, stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one.